My mother was a strict disciplinarian, particularly in matters of education. She insisted that the entire family, including our four sisters, receive the best education available. She herself had never been allowed to go to school. In 1920s Afghanistan, it simply wasn't an option. I sensed that, to some degree, she was trying to achieve her own aspirations through her children. My mother knew that education not only had pecuniary benefits, it would allow me to serve the country as well. With regard to my sisters, my mother emphasized that educated girls were less likely to be abused by their husbands. It did not take a great leap of faith for us to see her point. On matters of education, my parents were fully in agreement. My father tended to be liberal in his views, and I suspect that my mother hardened his conviction that education was important for both boys and girls. When Mazar opened a grade school for girls, my father made sure that his girl was the first name on the list of those who would attend. So heeding my parents' command, I took my school books to the room I shared with my two brothers. It was stiflingly hot, and we had no electricity, but we had time-tested technology to cool us off. Every night, my mother asked about our homework, and she often demanded to inspect it. Since she could not read, I wondered but never asked what she was looking for. As I was finishing up my homework, my father would come through the front door in a dust-covered suit. There was a great deal I admired about him. We moved back to Mazar before I started 4th grade. I attended an all-boys school that stood in the shadows of the Kuala Jingi fortress. Focus and discipline were sometimes challenges for me in my elementary school years, when my interest in academics flagged for a time. Cinemas had come to Mazar, and Indian action movies were very popular. One day, I decided that going to the movies sounded better than going to school. A day of playing hooky stretched into a second day, then a week. At first it was a lark, but as the days passed, the potential consequences began to dawn on me. By age 10, I was obsessed with kite fighting, an Afghan pastime depicted in Khaled Hosseini's best-selling novel, The Kite Runner. At that time, other sports such as soccer or cricket had not gained much of a following, partly due to a lack of facilities.